Hey everybody, my name is Friss and welcome back to How to Draw Sombra. Now, as you can see, I got a little carried away. And I have a lot to explain in such little time. And basically basically in this episode, I'm going to teach you how to light up something and blend it. Okay, so I'm going to go to a new tab. I'm going to teach you guys some blending basics, and then we'll move on from there. And then I don't want to talk ahead of time because that's not good, but probably in the next episode I'll go into more precise things on how I did things that you might notice. But basically, so I'm going to do a small tutorial. If you guys want to know an extensive, lengthy tutorial on how I did the orb, which was my main source of lighting, go to a channel. I'll put it in the description, and I will put it in the description of the artist named Kienan Lafferty. And because there'll be like some people like, oh, I'll put it in the description, and then they'll forget, and it gets really annoying. But no, I'll put it in the description. Kienan Lafferty, there's an episode where he does Ari, and I kind of referenced off that where there's an orb. It's in League of Legends. So basically, what I did was I got a really dark color. I need to turn up the opacity. Okay, so I got a dark color like this. Actually, I'm gonna move it over here. Here's why I'm gonna move it over there, just because I'm going to use it later. Got a color like that. And I think I do this. Hold up. I want to. I just want to blend it in. I want to make the thing look brighter. Though that's easy. It's pretty easy. It's not. This orb thing isn't that hard. But I want to make it like fade kind of in the outside, so you guys can kind of see it. It shouldn't be taking that long. Well, I don't know why it's taking me forever. Nope. I think this is fine. Yeah, that's kind of fine. Yeah. And then I'm gonna turn down that. Make the inside, try to make things fade in. So make the inside. Alright, so now that we have that, make another layer. We're gonna make this a hard light. Hard light. There we go. Basically, we're gonna take this and we're just gonna start mixing, or not mixing, but drawing kind of like the design of the orb. Like, how is it gonna flow? So, oh, my bad. I don't know if you guys heard that, but basically how it's gonna flow. So if you want it to be like a vortex type of thing, whoops, let me change it back to hard light. If you guys want it to be a vortex type of thing, you would go like that, and you just go with the flow. Just boom, boom, boom. I'm not sure if it was supposed to be a. I think it was supposed to be a lighter color. It's a lighter color. My bad. You do the. Hold up. Yeah, there we go. You do the dark part after. So if you wanted to be a vortex, I didn't make it a vortex, but this is just an example. You just. Boom. Boom. Just go with the flow. Go with the flow. And then make sure you get in the light source, or make it a little bit more lighter than what it is right here. Just refine it, because it's supposed to be like a sphere thing, so everything around is pretty light. You know, get creative with it. Get creative. This is just doing what you do. Sorry if I sound really boring. A little bit tired, But now we get into here. We like darken it. Darken the bottom part. Darken the bottom part. It's not supposed to be this many lines, but we're just getting creative. Just getting creative. Have fun with it. Boom. Boom. Alright, now that we have that kind of silhouette-y thingy-majigger, making it look like a sphere, add in a little bit more details. We're going to add another layer. This is going to be the color dodge layer, and what this is going to do is it's going to block out, it's going to make it brighter. You're going to see, like, you see how bright that got? Just gonna keep going in there. And then we're gonna add a core to it. Now this could be the core or something like that, but let me back out. Actually, no. Take the back. That was actually good. Nope. Oh, it's on normal, that's why. Color dodge. Okay, so it's brighter. And then if you go in the inside with the white, it gives it that shine, that core shine in the middle. So, with that in mind, with that shine going on, hold up. The vortex is just that detail, but kind of want to lower the opacity of the line layer, and where the shine is at, this is how I did it. It's different how Kienan and Lafferty did it, but how the shine is, you kind of get rid of what's ever, because it's super bright. It gets in the way. So there you have it. How I did mine, at least. That's generically how I did mine. And so now we're going to talk about lighting and how I lit the thing. So whatever was next to that orb, okay, whatever got next to that orb, so let me just draw something real quick, like the sweater, or not the sweater, but the little, hold up, this part, see how it's all lit, and then there is these thingies, the metal part, don't want that, want this, there you go, want this to be gray. Okay, so with that, I'm just gonna do this top part because it's like a middle-ish part, and it's gonna show you how I proceeded in doing this. Alright, I'm gonna actually get black. So you got this part. This is supposed to be like a shiny silvery thing. So with silver kind of reflects off, or if we were to look at a reference of silver or something clear, or let's just look at silver image, so it's not what I'm looking for. Silver ball. Okay, so look at this ball, like there's something right here that it's reflecting off of. So if we were to go over here, let's take it up a value. Okay, let's make this white. There's a wrinkle in it, so we're gonna kind of bend it. It's gonna give that bend type of look. So we're gonna make it darker right here, and then since this is right here, it's gonna go straight to there, and the light is going to be reflected right off. And what I did is I got color dodge, and then I lit it right there, and then just kept going until it hit that white point. And there you go. You see, if you look at it, just look at it. If you look over to the right here, you can see it from afar. Like, there is a pink ball that's being reflected off that. Now you can do like a pink outline if you desperate so need, like boop 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 or something like that. But like I said, like, there's something that's being reflected. So that's what I did for these metal parts. You see all these metal parts right here, right here, 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 here. All those parts, I just reflected it off. This goes right here. Let me get colored. I'm gonna get this right here. Nope. There we go. You see how that white shine just really changes a lot? This little white ball over here, that really changes a lot. So as you can see, I'm just editing it right now, but that does a lot. So that's basically what reflected light does. It's just a reflection of something. If you're doing a sphere, just a basic sphere, let me do like the one I showed you guys last time. If you're just doing that, and let's go off this purple ball again. Let's go off this purple ball. Let us hold up. Oh wait, yeah, it's in color dodge mode. Whoops. So got this ball right here. Let me lock that in. So boop boop boop. Get a little dark, blend things in, kind of get the understanding of what's going on. Everybody, or if you're not an artist and you're watching this, you're like, oh, some creative stuff going on. I'm just gonna check it out. Well, mostly you get the idea of there's a highlight right here. Actually, I'm gonna color dodge that. Color dodge. There's a highlight. Oh, big old pink highlight for something that reflects off. And whatever's in your back. So let's say you had this pink ball and there's this blue background. So the blue background. Blue, blue, blue. Okay. Let's take off color dodge. Alright. Your background is also a reflection of what's going on. So you can even get in some blues in here at the bottom while the main light source is being reflected off at the top. If there's none and it's kind of dark, hold up, let me get this blue in here. So you can even do this. And you already got that bluish kind of tint going on. But if there's not, you can always just use what you have. So if you have that, there's no such thing as the blue background. It's gone. I can't. Let me just erase it. Let me just get rid of it. Okay. If you just have that, whatever you're working with, you can use this as your back reflected light or your environment light. So, so right here. So you're like, okay, well, I don't know what's going on in the back. So you can either do that, which uses this kind of pinkish purple, and you're just like, okay, I'm working with that. The background's pink. Everything around me is pink. You just do that. But there's not. You can also do another way. And this is the more excusable way, which you just have white. You could just put white in the back. And see, that's even more acceptable than probably other colors. So, now that you got that, lighting, I'm going to point an arrow to it, like reflect, and main. So we're talking about light sources. So that's main, and that's reflect. And there you go. reflects off what's ever going on here. So it bounces off. So the reflected light's basically, if everything here is doing that, it's gonna keep going. So it's still gonna shine everywhere around. But even if it does that, it's still gonna project somewhere here, and it's gonna bounce off back over here. So there you go. Hopefully that explains it. I might be explaining it wrong. Like 2 years from now, I might come back and I'm like, what the hell am I talking about? But that's the general gist. Another thing, blending. Actually, should I talk about hair? Should I? I feel like I should. Whatever. If my time's looking good, 16 minutes. Okay, so I just talked about blending. Did I talk about blending? Yeah, I talked about. I mean, blending's common sense. Come on. You take the. Now there's certain types of blending. I'm gonna explain it real quick. Certain types of blending. There's. You got this hard color. You got this light color. And then you go in between the middle, and you get this type of color. So when people talk about, oh yeah, when you're gonna start a picture, start from grayscale. I did that. Actually, I'm gonna show you guys that. I did that with this picture. So the grayscale, that's, whoosh. Do I have? I'm actually just gonna merge some of this down. Merge down. Yeah, merge down. And yeah, I'm just gonna remove some of this stuff and show you guys the grayscale that was going on. And remove that. Okay, see, this is the main grayscale picture. Okay, and then we add all the details, all the juiciness. Boom, boom. That backlight, as you can see, there's some yellows going on. So that's the kind of back light that's going on, the secondary lighting. And that blue over here, if you can see where my brush is, that is the environment lighting, or the environment shadow. So whatever this, so this part. Okay. And this, and probably this. So yeah, for newcomers, I suggest starting off with grayscale first, because you don't have to worry about like values midway through. When you get better at identifying what's light, what's dark, then you can get into colors and stuff like that. But grayscale, basically in a nutshell, means you got, hold up, you got black, and then you got this white, and it's whatever's in the middle. So let me make this transparent. So it goes from this, this to this, to this, to this, to this, to this, and then it gets in the middle, and then you got something that blends in kind of like that. That's what Gary said. It's from like light, or from dark to light, or light to dark. It's just black and white, gray in the middle, grayscale. Okay, you're scaling the grays. Okay, so blending, basically you press Alt and you just mix it in the middle. You go based on whatever the values are. You see? So it just changes like that, and you can just pick of whatever. Okay, we got, that's what blending is basically. It's blending in a nutshell. Hair. I'm gonna do it real quick, and hopefully you guys can bear with me. Draw a quick head. I'm not going to be painting this head. Just do a quick female head. Quick. Okay. Just a little funny face. Give it a little lips. Funny lips. Alright, so I'm going to go on a different layer. And I didn't do this. Since I just sketched it in and then just painted, I did the grayscale method, just sculpting it in. There's a second way to do it. So the first way is you can sketch it in. So you can go like that, and like boop. You can sketch it in. Okay. Second way to do it, and I think it's a little bit more efficient, but I was so inefficient in this picture, it's unbelievable. Let me get like a dark desaturated purple. Yeah, there you go. What I did was, or no, what I should have done for the hair is doing it in a silhouette form. Now make sure it's a hard brush that isn't transparent. So what you do is you just sculpt out what you want. So let's say you want it like that. I'm gonna do Sombra's hair since we're on the topic of Sombra. And you just keep going in. Make a silhouette out of it. Make it real quick. Real quick. Might not look the best, but I am here to teach you guys the basics. We're here to have fun. Alright, hold up. Let me sculpt this out better. Alright, cool beans. Alright, just make sure your edges are good too. Make sure you know what you're doing. No transparency. Hold up, let me switch this brush. You need hard edges. Alright, now that you got that, see, you already see the form to the hair. I already see the form. There we go. Hold up. Let me... Boom. Alright, there we go. There. Okay, got it. So now, what we do is we go in and we put in the shadows. Now, how are we going to do that? We lock it, go in with the soft brush, and we just go in there. Let me lower the opacity. Might want to lower the opacity. You don't want to make it too dark. So basically when you do this, this is wherever the last color was is your highlight. So wherever you want your highlights to be. So I want my highlights to be right there. Right where this place is. Because that is where the little orb thingy is. Okay. Now, what we do, or the light part is, now we put in the actual highlight itself. So, I want my highlights to be like right here. Right there. And I want another one like right there. And I want another one right there. So that is where the highlights are. Now we get in, make it a little bit more definitive, more form to it. And boom, you can already start seeing it. If you don't, then I'm sorry, but to me, you can kind of see what's going on. See where the highlights are forming. And this isn't like, this is just forming it in. This isn't so much, this is shaping it in, and you get what you get. Okay. Boom. Boom, boom, boom. And that's pretty much it. Alright, now what do we do? Oh yeah. Now here comes the tricky part. Now, I have a brush. Let me unlock this. I have a brush that looks like that. If you can't see it. Looks like that. Okay. And this is where it starts splitting up. this is where we take that and we take a darker color and we just start blending it in. These strands or this brush is supposed to make hair look real. So I would suggest making a brush like this and working with it. Alright. So you're like, whoa, dude, what are you doing? Whoa, dude. Whoa. Whoa, Fresh, what are you doing? Just blending it in as best as I can. Being perfect is actually not as important as you may think at the moment. Okay. Okay, just keep blending, going in there. We're going to be fuzzying this out anyways, so don't worry about what goes on. And then, after that, we are going to fuzzy it out. Hold up, let me fix this. Fixing this problem. Okay, now that we're back, we have added the highlights, we added the shadows and stuff like that. This is going to look a little bit better later on, trust me. It doesn't look like a tumbleweed. And then we're going to get in this fuzzy brush and we're just going to blend them together so it's not dramatically obvious. Okay. Get the fuzzy brush, just go in there, fuzzying things out. Okay. And then get a white, get a pure white, because it's not pure white. Just get in there with that white. And then boom, have your highlights. Now, you can get, this is where you get a little bit creative and you can add strands. You can get in there, get your darkest color. This is what I did. Hold up. Hold up, let me take this off. I did strands like that. Yeah. And doesn't have to be all the way. This is how I did it though. Okay, go back and forth. Now the reason why I put these on their own layer is because they are their own layer. So the reason why is you want to lock them in. You want to lock these in like this. And then you're going to take your wherever your highlights were, you are just going to put a quick brush on them. So like that. Okay, after that, you're going to take that hairbrush. Just going to get in there, get the colors around it to blend. And then we'll be right back once this is kind of completed. You're going to do the same process. Alright. Okay, now we're back. And what I did was the same thing, I just coated it over. Now, what we do is we take color dodge, we get in there and we cover the highlights. Like that. Now we're just going to use this big old ball as a light source. Cover the highlights like that. Kind of giving it some significance that there's a light source nearby. Get in there. Boom. Let's get in them sharp highlights. Super bright, but there we go. This is super shiny hair. But anyways, that's how I did this. May look a tiny bit like better, tiny bit, but now what I did at the very end was I got a thingy, got white, and I just went around with it. That's the highlight, like the main back highlight. And then we get color dodge, and we make that. Oh shoot, what I wanted. There we go. Make that something. And then you can go back and edit more. I suggest you do that for the whole thing. Like, just keep going in, adding some brush strokes. Like some like this, like the highlights might stick out more because the light source is like right there when you change that. See, if you want some darkish hair going on. Oh, hold up. There we go. Just go with the flow. Blending in what's going on in your backgrounds and stuff. And then boom. That's how I did the hair. Might not look the greatest because the face looks kind of derpy. Let me get that in there. But that's basically how things went. And then then I went over here. Hold on. And I went over here and I got all this colored in. You know, stuff like that. See, like with the head, you just design it. It's nothing too crazy. Boom. And then I'm just going to get a white color in here. Super white because this background's different. And there's a kind of a fade, so I'm just going to see there's a kind of a lightish tone. And if you don't believe like what I'm doing, you're like, oh, but there's something wrong with it or something like that, then when you're working on your own Sombra, look at the reference and just go off that. But for me, I'm going off the reference I see, and this is what I see in the reference. Of course, it's not. I'm not going to continue this, but that's how I did the hair right here. And if you that's it. Did that? Am I good on time? Ooh, 38 minutes. Oh, well, I'm gonna cut something, but I cut a bunch of things. But if you liked what's going on, make sure to leave a like. And the last episode, honestly, surprisingly, got a ton of support. Like a ton of support, and I really appreciate that as like a welcome back gift. So without further ado, I'm just gonna do some funny lips because while I close off this episode. So also another thing, guys, I got an Instagram. I do got an Instagram, and if you're looking at this and you're not go follow my Instagram and go subscribe to my YouTubers. So I know you guys are enjoying this. I'm gonna have some fun with these lips. Look at these. Look at this. Let me get some highlight. Little tiny highlight. I'm gonna make this a little darker. Boop. Boop. There we go. There we go. Let me shorten the neck. Okay, before I get carried away, thank you. Like, comment, follow my Instagram and stuff like that. And without further ado, I'll talk to you guys in the next episode. And yeah, bye.